What's up?
What's good? What's going
See,
on?
I said it first today.
Hey.
I'm the first. What's up?
Today is the day that you
That
have
the
made.
Lord has made.
No,
I
two different
will
songs. Anyways,
rejoice
what's
and
going
be-
on, y'all? This is episode 27, baby.
27.
Hey, shout outs to my homie. He's got a great business, DJing, graphics, 27 Horizon.
27 Horizon.
Shout outs to Kayla and Christian and Kayla Han. Shout outs.
Shout out.
Shout outs,
Hey.
yeah. Love y'all.
Unplanned shout outs. I love that.
Unplanned shout outs. Y'all know what it is. It's 27, baby. So what we on today? What we talking about today?
Dang, you said get right to
yes,
it.
we're getting right to
How
it.
has summer been so far?
I'm hot right now.
Yeah, it's really,
I don't
really
know why,
hot this week.
because it's like there's certain spots in our house that I got the AC dude coming in because
Just in case.
yeah,
I
just
think
in
it's
case.
just so hot outside that our AC is working normally, but it doesn't have to usually fight against
You know
the
what?
heat.
You're totally right.
So I don't think that our AC is messed up. I think that we just have to adapt.
Totally.
So sit
what
in front
else
of a fan.
What else we got going on? Last week, Jax almost died. Yes. Yeah, Jax almost died
was
last week,
tough.
but
But
he's back.
survived. Yeah, I mean, we told them about that last week.
Oh, we did. Okay.
But yeah, that
yeah.
was crazy. We've been enjoying outside, just
Yeah.
family time,
Yep.
throwing the football, just doing some normal stuff.
Mhm.
And we're thinking about, what were we thinking about doing this week? Oh, going to the water park.
Water Park or Chinatown,
Or both.
or both. But you keep working, so
And
you
also,
be busy.
I
You're
heard.
so busy. Oh my
Also, I
gosh.
heard that was it Navy Pier that was gonna have like the biggest fireworks show this year? I
That's
thought
very
about it.
impromptu. We
I
can
thought
do
about it, but like the traffic's gonna be crazy, so I don't know if I want to
but
deal with that.
I would do it without all the kids.
Well, then we're not going because I'm not going to a fireworks show. I don't really care that much. The
Well,
kids
that's
would love
well,
that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why would we go to a fireworks show all the way in Chicago without the kids?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, so yeah. Well, that's probably a bust then if you
Yeah.
don't want to go with
Well,
them.
if it wasn't Zara, maybe like when she was.
Take that back.
No, she
Take
does too
that
much.
back.
If she's a little bit older, then yeah, it'll be great.
She's
but
chill
Nah,
when she wants to be.
no. When it's 9:00 at night, she's not chill.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, so
I'm sure there's some fireworks closer if we really want to do that, but
we'll see what's.
I don't
good.
know. Fireworks don't really excite me too much.
I like
Personally.
lighting them more than watching them.
Right. Yes. Doing your own fireworks, which you can't do legally here, is definitely more fun, I think, than like just watching some fireworks.
Yeah.
But, you know,
But
it's going to be a good week.
besides the fact it's hot and I love it, I prefer hot. All right, would you rather have?
Hot.
Yeah. Would
I
you
don't
have,
like being
Would
cold.
you rather have 10 Julys in a row
Yeah.
versus? Are you
Yes.
ready? Are you ready?
What?
10 Septembers.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I like the heat.
So September.
You realize your wife sleeps with a heated blanket on through the summer.
You know, you've worked really hard just to say that moment because this
What?
is your first summer of doing that out of
That's-
12 years.
It's not true.
That is very true.
There's been
You
times
worked
where my-
so hard
No, no, no,
for
no.
that moment.
I've had seasons where my heated blanket broke and I just was too cheap to buy another one. But I love heated blankets.
No,
And-
you love
Because
heated
I don't
blankets.
I don't like the crisp cold of AC.
Well, you're supposed to sleep in 66 degrees.
The AC is too cold,
You're supposed to.
and so heated blankets are like, even like when I worked in like offices at desks,
Yeah.
I would have a heated blanket and a space heater at my desk at all times.
Totally.
Okay, bet.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. You want to talk smack? Okay. Anyways, I'm excited for today.
Yeah, me too.
I think today's episode is going to be good. I
Yes.
think that it may have the listeners be like, or like, what? Really? Maybe a little, not controversial, because I feel like that's really dramatic to say controversial. But we're going to talk about our family way that may be a little crazy to some people.
You know, it's all about gentle parenting. It's all about.
Okay, we're not making fun of anything.
I'm not making fun of anybody.
No, but what I'm saying is, I think that some people might think differently or choose to parent
You know what?
differently and have
That's
family
a great approach to
family
say.
differences. But we're going to share what ours are,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to hear some of other people's family ways or rules for their kids and stuff that we may have never thought about
Yeah,
that we
that's
could
true.
definitely implement, because I'm open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to hear what people got to say and help these kids be amazing adults,
Let's do it.
because that's what it is right now. Okay?
All right. So what are we
Alrighty.
talking about? Jump us off.
All right. So
Miss Carlise.
we wrote some things down just off of our conversations and the things that we believe. So this is how we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down by talking about some of our kid rules.
Yep.
And then our family rules and mottos. So there's kid-specific rules that we kind of abide by in this house, and there's family rules and mottos and things that we believe that we should live by.
Yep.
And then we'll talk a little bit about our maybe non-normal punishments, like if there's a punishment required for behavior.
Discipline.
And then we'll finish it off with our lessons that we've learned in the last 11 years of being parents. Well,
Sounds
almost
good.
11 years.
Sounds good. So let's take this moment in time. If you guys are ready to enjoy this episode, grab a drink, grab a glass of water, grab some
intermission or
popcorn.
something.
This is your intermission because this is going to be a long episode.
No, it's not. It's
You
going to be
don't
quick.
think so?
No.
All right, we'll see.
I don't think it's going to be that long.
I don't know. Well, the thing is,
It depends on if we have stories we want to share.
we don't know how long it's going to be, but that person probably just looked at how long this episode is. They're probably like 45.
It's already been 8 minutes.
Right. We don't know. We don't know. So we're going to see.
They can be
Well,
watching the clock.
welcome back. Welcome back. You grabbed your snack.
All right. Okay. So these are not in any particular order. These were just off the dome.
Bars,
see how it goes.
freestyle. Let's go. So what is this?
So-
What are we talking about right now?
Kids rules.
Kids rules.
So first rule, our kids have chores.
100%.
They have chores. The two that have chores right now are 6 and 10, and they have chores.
Yes. And one of my favorite saying when it comes to chores is my son, Jet. I call it DDs. I call it DDs. I'd be like, Jet, DDs.
And what does that mean?
Them dishes.
It's time to do them dishes.
Them dishes.
That is so
It's
obnoxious.
time for them dishes.
But you also say DD for something else.
Oh, that's one of my friends.
No.
What?
For another one of his chores.
Oh, no.
You don't
Talking
say
about
DD.
Dookie?
Dookie Doody.
Oh, Dookie Doody. Yep, Dookie Doody. Yeah, so we
But
got
yeah.
a dog that likes to put mounds of Dookie in the backyard.
He poops in the same exact spot.
Yes.
That's actually kind of helpful though, even
It
though
is.
it's gross.
It's weird.
But it is helpful not to go across the whole yard.
But yes, Jet, he's got DDs. He is our professional.
Kitchen cleaner.
Yeah, he's got a PhD in DDs.
Oh my gosh. And our daughter, who's 6, she also cleans up.
Yeah, she does.
She helps clean up the kids' room area. She clears off the table. She, they both have chores consistently. And I think that it's important. And with that, they also do their laundry.
Yep.
And so I think it's important that young kids learn how to do their laundry so that I've seen a lot of college age kids that go off to college and don't know how to do their laundry because their mom did it their whole lives. But I think it's just a good responsibility
Listen, I
thing.
low key now when you said I wish my mom did my laundry. This would have been dope.
I wish my mom still did my laundry.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I
you know?
wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Everybody do their own
chores,
laundry.
we believe in children doing chores. I think it's just good all around for that. Okay, next rule that we have. Our kids must listen the first time without hesitations or there will be consequences. And I know that can sound really, really strict to some people because I know there's a lot of parents out there that repeat themselves a lot.
Yep. And this is how the reverse to it. So let's say this. You know how you count little Johnny, 1, 2.
Yeah, no.
Don't let me get to 10. So
You kind of don't let me get to 40.
right. And so what I do is, so if there's hesitation, what happens, right? Because kids, they get trapped up in their mind. Now, my booba goops or
Oh,
Skylar,
here you go.
she's still learning and growing. But Jet, so instead of counting for him to
Listen,
do something, I count how many push-ups he has to do in response.
for the time it's taking him to respond.
But it's in counts and lots of 10. So let's say, hey Jet, hey, can you go ahead and
Take that garbage bag out.
take that garbage bag out and put it in the garbage can. If you want
After about 5 to 10 seconds.
you're hearing me count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
And he gets to run it.
And he gets to running because this is
He wasn't optional.
It's not optional.
You don't
And
gotta
so
think about
now,
it.
the fact that you're hesitating, you now have on the back end 60 push-ups
Yeah.
minimum. But probably next year I'll probably start doing it in 20s.
But yeah, we just expect, like, hey, if we ask you to do something, you stop what you're doing and you move on. Like, obviously on occasion, like, just say he's in the middle of a game. He can ask, hey, can I finish this? But if we say no, then you stop the game, even if you're in the middle of it and you do it. If we say yeah, because it's not urgent, then okay. Like, we're flexible. We're not, like, super crazy. But you better move.
Speaking of games, how many hours does he have a day on technology?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
But yeah, 1 hour a day in the summer.
Yep, in the summer.
And in the school year, he doesn't play till weekends.
Yep.
But okay, with that, with the no hesitation, kind of listen the first time. What is the rule about us calling our kids names?
Oh yeah. So I would say every 2 years they need a
reset, a
reminder of when I call your name. So Jet or Skyla, there's no come here. You will hear what I need from you
when you come.
Or if I need you to grab something that's like downstairs or something like that, right? You will hear that follow up. But let's say I say Jet, that's it. That's the call.
So the rule is if we call your name, you come find us.
Yep.
And because we're not gonna like say whole long sentences of instruction
yelling
across the house. It's just not what we're doing. So if we're like Skyla, and they just hear their name with no other quick follow up, because if we have like, hey Jet, can you bring me my purse? He'll hear it right away. But if he just hears his name with the pause after, he knows that means get up, come find where we are, and come right away.
Yeah. And if you plan on having kids, if you don't have any kids now, save this episode. Keep this in your back pocket.
Yeah,
and watch this episode.
And it's up to everybody what they want to do. We're just sharing our family way. So
no, what I'm saying, this is good nuggets. Like if you don't have kids, and if you got kids, put in the comments. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Do you think this is too much? Do you think this is too much?
I know I've talked to some people, they think that we're strict, but I don't think so.
Wait, who thinks that we're strict?
I'm not going to name names on the episode.
Dang.
But
you better name drop.
But I believe that there's an importance in responsiveness because responsiveness is needed in all aspects of your life.
Attentiveness.
Yeah, you should be able to know
compliments galore on how great
our kids listening
on how they are when we're not around.
Yeah, because they know that they need to, and we'll get to a little more detail on that. Next rule: the question why is for understanding, not for questioning instructions. So our kids are allowed to ask why in certain so they can understand in certain circumstances. Yep. However, if we say, Jet, turn the TV off, you're not going to say why. Or Jet, go pick up your shoes. Why? Like, that's questioning instruction.
Yep.
We do allow why, and I really enjoy explaining our why behind what we ask of our kids, because I think that they deserve to understand, and we try not to do that because I said so. It's like I rarely say that because I want them to know like why their parents think the way they do, why these rules are good. And the flip side, if we didn't have this rule, this is what I would see that your behavior could become. And I feel like our kids are really responsive to that especially like Jet, he's a thinker, he analyzes everything. So him knowing like, hey, like you even heard it on his podcast episode about kids need rules because otherwise they would just be out here doing whatever. He understands, although sometimes it's frustrating for him that he has to follow them, but he does understand the reason there's rules, because kids without rules, you see how their behavior is.
Yeah, example is he's fully aware of when there's consequences, it's his fault.
Right.
Like he understands.
He made a choice.
Yeah, he made a choice, and then that there's consequences behind. There's good consequences. I'm not good consequences. There's and also what we do is we reward as well, right?
Yeah, we reward
behind every list of do's and don'ts, we reward heavy.
Yeah, we're very big rewarders. It's definitely like the hammer is a lot less than like the celebration of being great kids.
A lot of good times.
Yeah. They are always getting rewarded, almost too much.
Yeah,
I've been telling you all the time, like they ain't got to get something every time. Yeah. No, but we love rewarding them because they do well in a lot of areas.
And rewards, and it's not like dogs. Like that's not what it is. It's just like you have to as parents pay attention to the good that they do just as much as in quotations the bad. Right.
Otherwise, a child brings the perspective of like, I'm always in trouble. They're always mad at me. Always this. And it is what it is if you always doing something.
Yep.
But like, just a good balance.
Yep.
Okay. Another rule that we have for our kids is our kids must say Mr. and Mrs. to any adult, no exceptions.
Oh my gosh.
I highly and strongly believe in this. And I feel like as a society, I'm seeing less and less of this in certain kids. even at school, I be hearing kids call teachers by their first name,
Yeah.
and they don't even say first names in school.
I'm just gonna say these parents sometimes they're not doing enough.
Like, I think it's very important.
Yeah.
And even there is adults that are like, no, just call me John. And I'll say, no, my kid's going to call you Mr. John.
Yep.
Because there's a level of respect. I'm an adult, and the Misters and Mrs. in my life from childhood will forever be Mr. and Mrs. I'm like, anyone older than me by a substantial amount, I'm also calling you Mr. and Mrs. because
Yeah,
I just think there's a level of respect that's needed for the generation above you. And I think that's getting lost a little bit, and we need to bring that back.
100%. I think that's a full stop right there.
Yeah. So
It's
our
weird
kids
when,
know.
yeah, because I just grew up every friend, neighbor that my parents had, right? Even at church, we grew up with bro and sis.
Yeah.
You know, like sister this, brother that.
Right.
You know, whatever their first name was or last name, however they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
My parents' friends, they were all Mr. and Mrs.
Right.
All of my adult neighbors
Yep.
were always Mr. and Mrs.
Correct.
You know, and so it was weird the other day. One of the neighborhood kids just came up to me and said, "Hey, Kyle," and I'm like, "What's up, man?" And gave him dab and just went on about. But it all goes back to the home, right? Are we teaching our kids respect? Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think it's important. I work a lot with groups of kids, whether it's after school programs and things. And even if like a staff member is like 18 or something, I still make the kids call them Mr. and Mrs. I'll introduce them as this is Miss Taylor or whatever. And I just think it's really important. So I would say if you haven't been enforcing that in your home, enforce that in your home.
Yep.
Okay, next one. This is definitely going to be touchy. Don't take it personal. If you made different decisions, these are our decisions. Our kids won't have cell phones like smartphones until at the minimum they're done with 8th grade.
Minimum.
And for safety and communication, we choose smartwatches that are obviously locked up to the point where we add the contacts and stuff. That's how they can communicate with us as needed. We can call them as needed. I don't believe in cell phones with younger kids. And I know maybe some people don't have options or they choose differently.
Check this out. It's beyond cell phones because he does have an iPad. It's
social media.
It's social media. It's zero.
Parental controls.
Yes, parental controls from YouTube to Safari to all of those different things, right? Like we've been in ministry for so long, and parents all right, it's gonna sound like bad what I'm gonna say, but I really want to take some parents and give them a whooping.
Shake them.
No, not shake them. I want to give them a whooping.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to give them a whooping. And the reason why is because it's like, dude, do you not think? Let's think.
Yeah.
And let's think about how you think.
Yeah.
And the fact that you didn't think that this kid who is in early elementary, junior high
was gonna get into some stuff.
Come across something.
Yeah.
Somebody from school tell them to YouTube something, search this,
Look
all
this
these different
up.
things, and you think it's okay for your kid to have access,
Free reign
to all of that.
Right.
What is in your mind? I'm sounding stern because I really want people these parents to really think what are you thinking?
My kid is good. They're not gonna do anything.
They're not.
But we've saw
Yeah.
even in some kids, they had no idea what they were about to search. Kids are ruthless and they'll set your kid up.
They will.
And that also goes to a little part of the phone rule is I also tell Jet, you're also not allowed to watch TikTok on somebody else's phone.
Yep.
So if somebody is flicking through something, you're not behind that phone.
Yep.
It's just because if you don't have a phone, you don't get to be on somebody else's phone.
You don't know what's gonna pop up next.
Right. And then when we have kids come over to play, we don't just let them take phones into the rooms or anywhere. I'm not going to take your phone from you so you can't call your mom. However, y'all not going to be on that phone.
Nope.
So it just is what it is. And it might be strict, but
to
it's
your
protection.
point, when we say phone, it's access to the internet. It's access
stuff.
to social media. If they have phone for communication is fine. He may
Right.
get a flip phone, but it's to the fact of social media and their internet access.
Yeah.
And also you have to monitor what these kids are saying to your kids.
Right.
If they do have communication.
In the messages
in the
and
messages, because kids are silly. You know,
Yeah.
kids will just do stuff. Kids will do what their uncle, their older brother or sister is telling them, somebody from school.
Yeah.
And you as the parent have to protect and guard your children to the best of your ability. So yeah.
And I will say
Parents,
one last thing. I haven't used it, but I've done a lot of research in it. When we do get to the phone
About the
part,
Bark?
the Bark phones,
Yeah.
I've heard great things from the people that I know that have used them. They're under the Android system, whatever, because to me, people were like, I want iPhone, I want iPhone. But they monitor, like they don't give you access to certain things like social medias and stuff. And they also monitor the messages. So if they're seeing something inappropriate, like said, it will send that message to the parent and they'll be able to see that.
You know what's interesting? The 4 years that these kids are begging for, 5 years, from 13, right, to however old they are till 18, that they're begging for access. This is protecting your kid for their life.
Yeah.
People have life addictions
Yeah.
to things that are surfacing around the internet. Life addictions.
Yeah, and you're closer to being more developed to understand things and not be exposed too young.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part of this conversation is the same things that us as adults are exposed to. Kids at 8, 6, 7 years old are also exposed to those exact same content things. And so that's where this like leveling of playing field comes in and kids start acting grown and they don't want to be kids and they know too much and they talk too much and they say it's because they're literally exposed to what we're exposed to. And I can't imagine that. Like, no. So anyways, I won't harp too long on that, but that is our take.
Author or Magic School Bus or something.
Right. Or just be a kid, go play.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay. Next one. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Lying is automatic punishment.
In other words, automatic whooping.
Well, yeah, usually.
So, all right, we'll talk about whoopings.
Yeah, well,
So-
no.
Wait, you want to talk about whoopings yet?
That's under our punishment section.
Oh, okay.
We gotta stay organized.
0 lying.
Yeah, lying. We don't lie here. We don't do that, and
No.
you will never get away with a lie.
Never.
Period.
You cannot talk out.
There's no talking back of it.
Yeah.
There's no I accidentally. No, we don't do that.
Yeah, they
That-
rarely do. It's
And they
been
don't
so-
lie
Yeah, they don't
because
lie at
we're
all.
so heavy on it, though.
Yeah,
I feel like that really is what nipped in the
I
bud.
can count on my hands the 10 years that Jet has been around that he actually has bold-faced lied.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is short, and we don't really have to talk about this, but our kids don't roam the neighborhood alone.
Nope.
We spend a lot of time outside, so they're not like they don't not have time outside. However, we don't let them roam around, at least as kids. Maybe when they're a little older, if they want to like ride bikes with their friends or whatever. But
school,
at this point, no, we don't allow that. I've seen the repercussions of kids roaming neighborhoods without parental supervision, and whether your kid is the one with the bad idea or their friend, oftentimes it causes.
And remember, we're talking kids.
Kids.
Jet is not even in middle school.
Yeah,
yet,
they're still
right?
elementary, and I see
But
that all the
we
time.
see kids.
Yeah.
We're talking kids.
Yeah.
Right. Middle school, sure. You know, obviously high school they do what they do, but
Yeah.
we're talking kids.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, I'll move on just so we don't take too long. I have 2 more of the rules for kids.
Okay.
The next one is you, the kid, are responsible for your time. Set alarms if needed.
Yes,
So
bring
our
clarity,
kids, our kids have a bedtime during the school year that is very much all the time. You get in your bed by your bedtime.
Yep.
And so there was a period where Jet was always late to his bedtime until he started getting in trouble for it. And what did he do? He started setting alarms on everything, on the Alexa, on his iPad, on everything, 10 minutes before it's his bedtime to make sure he's on time. You're responsible to keep track of your time. So if you're, watching TV at the end of the night or whatever, get in your bed on time. Why?
He's responsible. Yeah.
Because we want him to be responsible. Same thing with his video game time limit of an hour. No, you don't get an hour and 5 minutes of video games. You get an hour of video games. So when you start your video game, you set an hour alarm. Simple. And it's creating responsibility and not learned incompetence and all that stuff that we're seeing now in the generations like his, where, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I like though like we're not creating kids that are like, I didn't know, you didn't tell me, nobody told me, nobody helped me. Like, no, you're responsible for yourself, even at 10 years old.
Yep.
So
And parents,
think
you got to
it's
be on
important.
top of that.
Yeah.
Be on top of
I think it's super important, and it's a life skill that's needed. All right, last rule that we're going to bring up for the kids is there are no secrets or privacy outside of body privacy, like changing and showering and stuff.
Right.
We don't have secrets. We're going to be in your conversations on your devices. We're going to know what's going on with your friends. We're going to know where you're going and who you're with and all this stuff. We're not doing that.
Yep.
Like, obviously, with the exception of body autonomy.
I can just feel like people are like thinking, man, these guys are strict.
Are insane.
No.
But it's really not.
It's not. It's
and
like,
honestly, most of these rules I grew up with and you did too.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, and a lot of
I appreciate them.
It's super vibey. Like, we're super.
But we have so
lit.
much fun.
Yeah.
We laughing. We're doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, like, our kids aren't running our house.
No, they're
ever.
not. Yeah. Not. I'm the king, baby.
Right. Oh my
No, I'm
gosh.
playing.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of run through these family mottos,
Are you
and if
gonna
you
run?
and if you
You're
want to
gonna
like
fly?
cut into something that you want to expand on, we can.
All right, sounds good.
So, family rules and mottos that includes us as parents and the kids. Obviously, we love the Lord and include Him in everything.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that on our podcast. This is what we live by. We respect each other in the way that we talk and interact. So, we have mutual respect. We show our kids respect just as much as we expect them to show us respect. I think it's just important. We don't need to be screaming at them. We don't need to be, whatever. We can communicate.
Yeah.
We don't share personal family information with others unless there's a danger. So if we share something with our kids, we don't expect them to go blab their mouths to the neighborhood.
Right.
Obviously, there's levels to that because if something happens and you need to, whatever. But I know some parents are like iffy about that. But for us, if we tell you, hey, we're sharing something, this is our family's information, you need to go spread it around. The next one, we have each other's backs and we work as a team. We talk about team all the time. Like, we work together. We help each other out. We do things together. That's just something that we harp on with our kids. We share when things are bothering us and discuss the issues right away so things don't linger. I think this is a big one. I think we can pause in this one because oftentimes, especially now that Jet is getting older, his little testosterone is rising and all that stuff, he sometimes gets frustrated, especially like with you. I would say you guys kind of sometimes have moments where whatever you said frustrated him or he felt unheard or just whatever in the situation. And he'll come to me and be like, hey, this really bothered me that Dad said this. So what do? We come together. We say, Jet, this is your open forum to share what's bothering you on your mind, what's on your heart. And you'll just listen and you'll respond. And we get to the bottom of the understanding. Oftentimes it's Jet understanding why. Right? Come back to the why. But we squash it and everyone's good. I think it's really important to have those conversations.
I spend a lot of time in those times where I want to make sure that he feels heard.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that he feels understood as to why he's feeling what he's feeling. Mm-hmm. Now, what he's feeling may not necessarily be valid, but he feels those, right?
Right.
But like you were saying, having communication with, especially with your kids, man, it's sometimes we grew up, especially how we could have grown up with just do as I say.
Yeah.
To the point, some people,
or the kid has the narrative. They just don't understand.
Right,
they just never want to
right.
listen. They just,
And kids will always say that no matter
how much you talk to them.
How much you talk to them.
Yeah.
But to give space for your kids to talk, express themselves. Yeah. He can't say when he's expressing himself. I'm really big on that.
Yeah.
I'm big on that. So it's when I talk to you, you're not going to say You're going to talk and you're going to articulate how you feel.
Yeah, it's building emotional intelligence.
Yeah. And
being able to express yourself.
Being able to articulate how you feel is very big, especially raising a son.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit easier for women to just express how they feel verbally. Mm-hmm. But for raising a young man, for him to articulate it, even in his frustration with me.
Yeah.
Because as you grow up, although I'm, Kyle, some people are like, that's just Kyle. Like, I'm Jet's father, right?
Yeah.
And he may see me as, oh my gosh, it's my dad. But if he can talk to me and look me dead in my eyes, right? And I make sure that Jet looks me in my eyes as he talks. So all these things matter. So if he can have the emotional strength to talk to me, look me in my eyes, he's going to be a phenomenal man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's definitely important. Next one is, like we already said, we don't raise our voices at each other. Kids ain't yelling at me ever in my life. But also we do our best
Hey,
not to
hey,
raise
parents,
our voices.
if your kids yelling at you, just let us all have some dinner. I want to have dinner.
Okay.
Let's make that a thing.
We gotta keep
if
going.
we got
gotta
some
keep
parents that kids are yelling at them, I want to have dinner with that family.
So,
And parents, give me full range. Let's have a good
okay,
conversation.
okay,
I just want to have a
okay. Yes, yes.
conversation.
Okay, next one. We
I'm
show
serious.
gratitude and don't expect things from others. Like we don't have this privileged mindset, and we're trying to really be watchful of our kids, not to think that they are just owed and deserve everything from everywhere all the time.
Right.
Because it definitely creeps up on you when you want to give your kids the world. And, you know, I don't like the word spoiled, but the point is we don't owe you an icy when we go to 7-Eleven.
Right.
Like, sit down. Okay, next one. We are kind to others and helpful when we can be. Servitude towards other people is super important. And that kind of goes back to you're always receiving something you can give and not ask for money in return. Like, no. And the last one is we have self-control always, and we often revisit the fruits of the Spirit with our kids, and they know them, and they hear me rant them off all the time. So just self-control is a big one. Self-control with your emotions, your attitude, what you say, how you act. You're not slamming doors. You're not stomping nowhere.
Yeah.
You're not huffing and puffing. Self-control. All right. Our punishments, we'll run through them. Again, I just really want to kind of expose our ways. Our punishments, our big one is push-ups and wall sits. I love this. This came from your family, how you grew up. And I think it's super awesome because push-ups, they do bring pain once you get to a certain number of them.
Yep.
At the same time, they build strength.
Yeah.
And so I think that, I mean, Jet, when he was like 7, 8, my man had a full 6-pack, cuts everywhere because he was doing push-ups
Daily.
So many push-ups because he was just stayed in trouble for a period of time, and it really did build him up physically. But it also was like, it's 9 p.m. and you got 50 push-ups, you crying through those. You're tired, you're whatever. It's a great punishment. So I think it's and
remember, when I count, I'm counting push-ups. I'm not counting for you to do what I tell you.
Right.
You know, so I'm about to double that up to 20. Probably when it turns 11. 20,
Also,
40, 60,
also one that we've done quite often with Jet. Again, a lot of things are with Jet just because he's older, and Skylar's just getting into some of these kind of punishment eras. But writing sentences.
What was it, 500?
Yeah, Jet's most I think was like 500 sentences.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Hey, we're gonna go from glory to glory if we gotta go there again. We're gonna have to hit that wow.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Also, of course, you know, being grounded, like losing technology and things. Those are some punishments we do.
Easy.
And then obviously whoopings, although they're rare, they're there as needed.
Let's talk about that real quick, because I know.
And to preference whoopings, we don't spank our kids when we're angry, and we don't beat our kids.
Right.
It's not about that. And it's like I said, it's usually rare, so you can expand on that.
Biblically, spare the rod. Like there's a rod, like a stick, right? Spoil the child. Discipline. I'm a firm believer in disciplining your children. Now that's the last resort. Now a lot of us grew up, that was the first resort.
Right.
That was okay, cool, zero conversation, whooping, then talk.
Right.
You know, whooping is the absolutely last, very, very last. There's automatic whoopings, like lying. That's just that. Lying. I would say.
It's really rare.
It's very rare that it happens.
I think Jet got a whooping like once in the last 2 years.
Right.
Like it's really.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's not a lot now. When he was younger. Whew. But yeah, the reason why is because one, it's biblical, and I'm firm on that, right?
Yeah.
2, we exhaust everything.
Yeah.
So when you get to for us, because there's parents who are super, super anti, and that's cool if that's what you want to do.
Do what you need to do.
Do what you need to do, but understand your children. Understand that not all kids
react to them,
right? So it's understanding our kids, what works, and it's like you said, one in like a couple years. So
it's not even often, anyways, but it's there if needed. I'm not against it, I guess is the point.
It's always all things are on the table.
Correct.
And now, you know what? I got a new one. I think I'm gonna incorporate stairs.
You said that the other day.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Sometimes I just think, I'm like, man, what would be a good one? Hit them Stairmasters.
Okay, so we're going to close this episode out with our lessons as parents over the last almost 11 years. So
the biggest one.
Oh, you're going to just share from your heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the ones is, I think I just already alluded to it, is to get to know your kids like personally.
Yeah.
Everybody says each kid is different, yes, but understand your kids, what they react to.
Yeah.
And the only way you do that is by talking to them,
Yeah.
having a relationship with them, letting them talk,
Yep.
getting their perspective, getting what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
Not always in the heat of the moment. Like, enjoy your kids. I don't know if I said this in the last episode, but it's our job to steward these children that God has blessed us with. You know, if you have kids, my goodness, cherish your kids, man.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that are trying to get what you have, which is a child.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so precious, and never lose sight of the blessing that they are.
Yeah.
That's one, right? So when you look at them, know that they are a blessing.
Yeah.
Know that they are loved by God. And it's your job not to induce trauma to your kids, right?
Yeah.
It's like, do not do that. Don't harm your children. Protect your children. Love your children. This is what I've learned. Specifically, is to just know your children very, 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 very well.
Yeah.
So that way, when it comes to parenting them, you're parenting them in the way that they respond best. You have to do things differently for each child. Yes, there's some blanket rules, but how you interact with them may be different.
Yeah. And so that hit on two of the ones that I had written down just as we were processing and talking. The quality time, like you said, getting to know them, that really matters in a healthy parent and child relationship. And that also builds respect and trust. That's where that grows, right? And then you also mentioned it's our job to steward our kids.
Yeah.
Nobody else's. I think another thing, and this is something that my mom taught me when Jet was a toddler, and she really like harped on this with me, is consistency is everything. Jet was going through a phase, and he was our first kid, so it was the first time for all this stuff, where he, no matter how many times we said something, he would just do the same thing over and over.
It's about slapping people's butts.
Well, that was one of them, but it was just, there was a lot of things that Jet was just really...
My son slapped his great-grandparents' butts and smiled.
He was like 2 years old, or 2 or 3 years old,
like
and
3,
slapping
but just slapping butts.
But yes, but there was
yours.
a handful of things. Wow, there was a handful of things that he was just doing, and he would just not fold. And my mom was just like, consistency is everything. When you don't let things slide, they're going to learn that they can't get away with it, and they're going to stop doing it because they're going to get sick of being in trouble. And that has rang true for us. We rarely let things slide.
Yeah.
And our kids know. Like, if I say something, I mean that junk.
Yep.
So like we're not doing that.
Yep.
So consistency as everything, and I stand by that. Also, kids adapt. They may not like the new rule, or maybe there's something that you've heard today that you're like, I want to implement, and then they're going to complain and whine and do all this stuff, but they will adapt if you stand on what you said.
Yeah.
They're flexible no matter what kind of craziness they say. Oh, my life is over, whatever. They will adapt and they will be all right. And to that second part of that is your kids won't hate you for being their parent. I feel like there's this vibe of like, I need to be my kid's friend. I don't want my kid to not like me or grow up resenting me and blah. Your kids are not going to hate you. What they're going to end up doing is respecting you.
Yeah.
They're going to respect you for having rules and guidelines and not letting them run rampant and free. Even if they don't fully understand it now, I promise you they're going to respect you, versus letting them run free and do what they want because you want to be their friend, and they go through so much trauma and things and mistakes and just horrible situations in their lives growing up that they have to then deal with as adults.
Yeah.
They will love and respect you that you protected them, you guided them, and you put some rules on that. So that way that they can, like, I'm so grateful. My parents were so strict, right? Like you probably think most of these things and more. But I'm grateful that I can look back at my teenage years and not have a whole bunch of regrets.
A whole bunch of trauma.
Not have a whole bunch of things like, oh my gosh, I really wish that never happened to me.
Yeah.
But that's because they loved me enough to be my parent. And they were still kind to me, and we were still cool, but they were my parent, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then I think there's only like one or two more. It's okay to explain things to your kids. We kind of talked about this. Instead of just saying because I said so. Have those conversations, explain things. And obviously in the right moment. Oftentimes it works best outside of the situation to explain things. sometimes if you tell your kid to do something and they want an understanding, it's not the right time. But you can go back and explain things. And the last thing I'll say is if they share something bad, they will remember your initial first reaction.
Yeah.
They will always remember that. That matters. So being mindful. If your kids are sharing something that they did wrong, something bad that happened, popping off at them right when they share will literally make them shut down, regret telling you, and not want to tell you in the future. We find that if they share something that went wrong or they did bad, listen and take it in. Make sure that you're in a good place. Communicate back. Even if it ends in punishment, your reaction matters. And I know you could speak a little bit on that because you've seen some of that too.
Well, yeah, it's
even in like ministry and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest things that I've learned in youth ministry, which I wish a lot of parents understood, because being a pastor in youth ministry, you're in quotations that second, third party parent that they talk to, that other adult that they're confiding in, right? And so I've heard some crazy stuff. And parents, I want you to think back to your adolescence days, your teenage years, your silly years when you're out there acting goofy, right? So don't act shocked when your kids are probably doing some of the similar stuff that you was doing out there when you, like what you were doing, right? And so in your response, respond in love, right? Obviously, you're still a parent. If you got to do what you need to do with discipline, do that. But it's how you respond matters more than what they did.
Yeah.
Why? Because what they did, it's over. They're still alive to talk to you and talk about those things, right? But you have the ability to earn and have that, your child earn that respect with you, that they will continuously come to you, because what was bad then, they will come to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, I grew up, if a kid got a stain on his shirt, oh my gosh, my mom's going to kill me. I got to get rid of this. Like you want your kids to say, you know what? I know I'm going to have this conversation with my mom, my dad, whoever it is, or whatever position you are in their life. And you want them to know that in this moment, it may be tough. It may be hard. And you should be good to go.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that those are some of our big lessons learned. And I think that is something that we can really push for as we are growing as parents. I think that this conversation is important. I think that this conversation can hopefully open some eyes. And I really also hope that some of us can share online some of the things that they've seen, that they've learned. There's parents out there that have been parents way longer than us. And so I would love to learn some things, hear some of your takes, hear some of the things that you have learned and faced and your just experiences. So I think this is a great conversation. I don't know. I'm excited to hear what people have to say.
Yeah, put in the comments, like, share, subscribe. No, I'm playing. Just do something with it. If you got a takeaway, throw it in the comments. Do what you need to do. But that was episode 27,
27.
Baby. 27.
Our family ways that some people may think are crazy.
Yep.
So we love you guys.
I like that title. Is that it?
Yeah, that's our title.
That's the title?
That's the title.
Wow. Yes. If you guys listen, I got some things. I don't know. I feel like, all right, episode over, cool. But what I'm thinking of, I've been having some thoughts of, I really feel like over the next year or so, I don't want to put too much on our plate, but I feel like as this progresses, how we can actually help more people, whether that be via Zoom, whether that be opening up,
just a way to communicate.
The way to communicate with our listeners, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff, it can be people's first time hearing stuff, you know, but I don't know. I don't know how God is going to have us do that, but I just feel like over the next year, not now, but over the next year, organically open the doors where we can actually kind of walk through these seasons and these episodes, kind of talk through things with our listeners. So
yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you for joining our conversation. And we really hope to hear your family ways and the things that you do, whether it's rules, family mottos, and things that you go by, or lessons that you learned over your parenting years. So if you're not a parent yet, that's okay. I think this conversation is still good. And you can, again, like you said, save it. Yep. Write them down, type them in your notes, whatever you got to do for the future. But we love you guys. Episode 27, and we will see you next week. Bye.